Hello out there in YouTube land. Elton here in the city I was born and raised there in Montreal, Quebec. It is a fucking, not just a gorgeous day, it's a fucking gorgeous, perfect day. It's warm, it's not too hot, it's not too windy, there's not much humidity. The sky is as blue as Southern California, and Montreal's epic architecture is almost shining as the chrome on a 57 Chevy. Okay, not quite, but you know, whatever, I mean. Hey, I can embellish sometimes too, you know, except in my thumbnails. I don't do any embellishing in the thumbnails. Anyway, yeah, this is one of those spur-of-the-moment decisions to do a walking video here. I'm here in the ever-popular and culturally diverse and artistically filled Plateau, Mont-Royal sector of the city, which I would never live in. As much as I'm an artist, and many artists live here, there's lots of artists and murals, and beautiful architecture. It's too expensive to live here. And there's too many people, too many cars, too much traffic. Another reason why I started this video is this old GMC vendor over here, circa, I don't know, whatever, 87 to 95, so give or take. And on the corner of Saint-André and je sais pas quoi, on va voir que c'est quoi là. Let's go see what it is. I really like this building. Oh, I love the toiture. Toiture means the roofing. You know what I'm saying? Even this building here, look at this beautiful two-tone blue paint here, very nice. This is typical stuff you see here. Yeah, on the corner of Saint-André and Duluth. Well, that one goes out to you, my friend, Mr. Mazzoni. The old bell ringing on the door of that Dippin Urn, which I guess means that I don't know, it's the owner owns the Dippin Urn, because proprio is short for propriétaire, and propriétaire is owner. And I'm going to let this guy go by with his dog there. You know. But one of the things I've always liked about this area is because there are a lot of artists and even hipsters that live here. It's not unusual to see a few oldies here and there, you know. Like that GMC you just saw, and there's an old international truck coming up there. I'm going to get a shot of there. You know. Quintessential Montreal exterior staircases. Older Jeep over here. There's a chick that just walked by. Looked like Sinead O'Connor there. What was that song she had? What was that hit there she had, Sinead O'Connor? Was it Nothing Compares to You, I think? Nothing compares to you. Oh, I'm proud to have been a product of the 80s. I'm just kidding. I was a child in the 80s. Man, oh man, hey, 30 years ago, man. 30 years ago, I was 14 years old. Why? Because my birthday is on Christmas Eve. Now, this is, or was, a City of Montreal International coming up here. I'm pretty sure that it's a... Probably still is, but maybe not, because they're so old, those trucks, that most of them are retired, because they made that particular model up until 2002. I'd be surprised if that was a City of Montreal truck, because those dump trucks, they work the hardest, and the only ones that are still left of this type being used are the tanker trucks, the water trucks. Oh man, it is a City of Montreal truck. What? Oh my lordy. It's a fucking crew cab. It's a crew cab. Wow, it's a crew cab. And I can see that the hood and the doors have been replaced. Holy shit, where the fuck has this thing been hiding? Wow. That's funny, because we used to have a couple of spare trucks, and they were spare fire trucks, and they were crew cabs like that. And they were really long, much longer than this. And it's not hard to see why they were retired, because they're so goddamn long, you know? And international trucks were always good trucks, but they weren't exactly the best, you know. They were affordable, you know, like Fords and shit like that. So even this is actually kind of unusual. This Dodge here is as a kind of a dump truck, you know. And well, this is actually turning out to be a more interesting walk, vehicle-wise, than anything else, because a lot of times I'm walking around cities and I'm wishing I could see as much interesting vehicles as I do with these buildings, but what are you going to do? I'm not going to show these folks here because they work for the city and they're unionized and blah blah blah. I filmed their trucks enough as it is. Like this Sterling, which is probably about 10 years old, maybe 15. Sterling. Who knows what they're doing here? It looks like they're probably planting trees, I guess, here. And not that it's necessary, but the city is beautifying, even though it doesn't need to. I always love this overgrowth on buildings, you know? This is something you see pretty often in this part of town, actually. I guess because of the age, you know? Yepers. And now we are at Saint-André, and I'm taking it really slow today because yesterday I was out with Ben in the South Shore. I walked quite a bit there in Longueuil and then Saint-Lambert and went train spotting, and you know, it's look at this, man. Look at this. This is fucking weird, man. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to say. Whatever, you got an opinion on it, you tell me. I want to know. Saint-André puis Napoleon. Ironic I should see that, actually, because I used to have a friend, you know, work out, you know, whatever, fuck, I mean, I guess we're similar personalities, but I didn't see that video, that movie, Napoleon Dynamite, but the guy who stars in the movie looks like a fucking dead ringer of him, or I should say Adam looks like him perfectly. It's really hilarious. It didn't look like a great movie, though. Even though it had old school written all over it, really. You know. Anyway. Moving along there, among all the fucking colorless cars. Another good old Sterling there. There's a water tanker. Oh, by the way, I'm walking in a southbound direction now. And, yeah, that movie, Napoleon Dynamite, actually, come to think of it, it was like, it was one of those movies where, like, you know, the title is like, I don't know what the hell to make of it, really. Seriously, like, what does that mean, you know? Like, I didn't even know it was about some guy, some nerdy guy type guy, and that's his name, you know, it's his real name in the movie. You know. Actually, when we got to that point in that corner there where it gets all wonky with that, whatever you want to call it, medium in the middle, I was like, man, maybe I did actually film a walk here. I probably already did, but it was a shitty day in a winter or some crap like that. You know what I mean? Oh, you guys can't smell the flowers. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a break at Sherbrooke. Then a little later, excuse me, fuck, I mumble, god damn it. I'm going to head on home earlier because I got a couple of things I got to mail. I didn't go to the post office. I could have went to the post office earlier, but I had an appointment with my cardiologist, and yeah, anyway, because the last time I went to the fucking postal counter on a fucking Monday there at around morning or noon there, the place is, I waited like 20 minutes in a lineup inside because there's like one person working the counter. So, yay. I figure if I go later on, there won't be practically anybody there. I know how people are. It's the same thing when you go to a grocery store. If you go to a grocery store in the evening, there's hardly anybody there. You go to fucking around noon and all that, you know, it is what it is, you know. It's a mindset, you know. It's a mindset. Right, now we're at the Roi. I think I might have filmed a walk here, though, on this street right here. Yeah, I remember this little park over here. Actually, I'm going to stop here for a second. I got to adjust my shirt I got around my waist. Well, that's pretty unique, eh? Somebody actually took the trouble to write this down, tape it to this bench. It says, you have left a binder here. It says, leave your name or your cell, and I'm going to call you back. Wow, that's pretty nice, eh? That's kindness. Could have just put an ad in Kijiji, you know? No? What's with the chairs here? Is this supposed to be some sort of an art theme here, or something I don't get, maybe? People are going to come here later and play musical chairs. That's what it is. No? Huh? Nah. Anyway, moving right along. Qu'est-ce que cette place-là? It looks like some sort of a store, something tradition. It says les marchés tradition. Marché means markets. Anyway, I'm not a fucking French teacher, you know? It's interesting. One of the many old buildings totally revamped there, eh? Except for the bricks. Gotta hit the bricks. Look at that, eh? The good old days of Ford and Econolines, E150s, and GMCs are dwindling away and being replaced by these fucking cheap shit boxes, and eventually the U-Haul trucks will be like that too. Stupid transit Fords. Oh, I'm just gonna stifle myself. What's the fucking point? I'm an expert at complaining. I do it all the goddamn time. Yeah. Look at these beautiful roofs. Oh my god. Look at that. There. Speak of the devil. Good old Econoline. You know? Yeah, the guy stopped. He heard me. Be funny to say, hey, je te connais, toi. Retro old school. Wait, c'est moi ça. C'est moi ça, Cardis. Hey, I had a little discussion last night, actually. A guy called me interested in a 65 Mustang ad that I had listed on Kijiji. Actually, I'm surprised I'd only sold it today. Wow, that's a neat Beetle. Man, that's really, that's got some bling to it, eh? Anyway, I made a mistake when I found the ad, and I noticed the hubcaps that it was actually a 65 ad, but I listed it as a 66, because that's really one of the only few very little differences between 65, 66, that and the grille. And I think the little fake side vents on the side. Look at God. Gorgeous. It's gorgeous on this gorgeous day. And the birds are happy. Is that a house? Look at that. That's a house. Holy fuck. It looks like a hot dog stand. It probably was. Anyway, the guy, he called me about that 65 Mustang ad. And nice guy. He's a French guy from France or Belgium, one of the two. And he told me he's a fucking truck driver, man. 32 years. Isn't that neat? You know, he used to live in California and drive out of there, and you know, obviously, like so many French people, they're attracted to the most European city in the world, in North America, excuse me, and that'd be here in Montreal, where, of course, you know, what are we, the second largest French population in the world, I believe, and so it's not unusual for there to be so many people from France and Belgium that live here, and of course, many Arabic people who are. Of course, the second language is French, and many more, such as Haitians and Africans. Who am I? I guess I think I got everybody there in that majority. Well, you know, a fucking building's old when, eh? Look at that, just like my place, about the same age, maybe 100 years, give or take. Look at the crookedness in the doors and the roof. Nothing's aligned. Yeah, these buildings are like old cars, you know, they're very charming, but you really got to read between the lines, you know, it's, you got to be aware. I mean, an old car can look good from 20 feet, the more you get closer to it, the more you see rust, and you got to check make sure the frame's okay, the floors are okay, mechanically, that's another thing, there could be a mechanical bastard, you don't know, you know. Guy could even say it's an original engine, it's not. And you got over here, this is what we call here as a slang to the green onions. Guys who check the meters. Got stupid fucking graffiti. We got a police task force for everything today. How come there's no fucking task force fighting the fucking goddamn graffiti problem in this city, you know? And here, the inner city, I should say. Where am I now? I came from Rachel Street. What the hell street is this now? I'm trying to figure it out. I can't figure it out. It's oh yeah, Pine. Oh, you know what? That gives me a great idea. You know what I wish I could do? I would love to take a non-scrap bus. So any bus built between 2008 and under, and head all the way to Atwater. I've been wanting to come on this route for quite some time now. But fuck it, we'll keep going, whatever. We'll keep rolling. Rolling. Keep them camels rolling. Yeah. Avenue des Pins. Pine Avenue. Yes, sir. Yeah, I have to say I've been feeling better, even though I had a pretty big day with my buddy yesterday. Walked around quite a bit yesterday. Did some meandering. It wasn't too bad. And after I talked to my cardiologist earlier, well, it seems to confirm that I'm not in bad shape. And he doesn't think I need the colchicine medication anymore, which I'm almost finished. And the infection is almost gone away. So I would certainly goddamn fucking hope so. I've had this shit recurring how many times in almost a year now, for crying out loud. Just horrible. Even one of my subscribers saw a video of mine a few months ago. And he says, I had that pericarditis. It's horrible. Yippers. I had stopped at this building for a moment just to see if there was a vintage elevator in there. And I'm starting to feel like ice cream or an iced cappuccino. Yeah. I think what I'll do though is I'll just jump on the 24 though and go somewhere, I don't know where. Oh, what's that? cement truck I just saw. Ah, it was an old cement truck. Maybe it was that Sterling I've seen. Sterling. Yeah, beautiful tower there. I think there's that building that there's a building near on Pine Avenue though, where we were before, more west, where there's this building. I don't remember what it's for again, but it's like it's totally designed like a castle. It's phenomenal, you know. Well, guys, I'm happy to have filmed this for you. Happy to be out. It's great to be alive. When you get perfect days like this and you can go out, I mean, really, what can you really complain about? It's just so fantastic. What am I going to complain about? The fucking protests and police brutality and the COVID-19 and Donald Trump, yada, yada, yada. Forget about it. I'm a proud Canadian, goddammit. Can you dig it? And that's it. And look at it, beautiful, finishing in a beautiful way here at Sherbrooke Street. This fantastic looking apartment building over here. Oh, by the way, I didn't give you the day. I mean, today we're right, it's probably about 2:30 right now, maybe a little bit after 2:30 p.m. and we are the 8th of June 2020. Yes, sir, there are just some gorgeous homes on this street here. Really. Too bad it doesn't stay that way really consistently when you're going more east, but whatever. I mean, you're near downtown, so you have to expect some beauty, eh? Of course, I just had a flashback when I was here, I don't know, last summer or something, last fall. And I was near here, and what came up by the light was a fucking 77 or 78 Dodge Monaco Brougham. Mint original condition. You know? So thanks for watching. You want to show your love and support, please don't hesitate to send me your token of appreciation by PayPal or an e-transfer. I would tell you to check out my Patreon page, but whatever. I've only got 3-4 patrons. It doesn't really do anything, so maybe the best time is not now also for people to chip in even $10 a month. I don't know. But anyway, you want to send me something, I really appreciate it. My email is eltonmcfall, Elton like Elton John, McFall, eltonmcfall @hotmail.com. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Have yourself a great day. Thanks for watching. And keep your buck out in the ice. Alrighty. Bye-bye.